People call AI a digital brain. You can see why. It processes information. It seems to learn. It produces things that feel like thinking. But here's the truth. AI is not a brain. It doesn't work like a brain. It doesn't feel like a brain. It's something else entirely. The connection is real, but it's more like how an airplane is inspired by a bird. The inspiration helped. The result is nothing like the original. Back in the 1940s and 50s, scientists started asking a wild question. Could you build something that learns? They looked at the brain for ideas. Neurons fire signals to each other. Some connections get stronger with use, others fade. Learning seems to happen when these connections change. So they built artificial neurons. Simple mathematical functions that could receive inputs, weight them, and produce outputs. Connect lots of them together, and you get a neural network. The metaphor was biological. The reality was mathematical. But the name stuck. There are genuine parallels. Both brains and neural networks have many interconnected units. Both change their connections based on experience, what we call learning. Both can recognize patterns and generalize from examples. A child sees 100 dogs and learns to recognize new dogs. A neural network trains on 1 million images and learns to classify new ones. The principle, learning patterns from examples, is shared. This is why the brain metaphor was useful. It pointed researchers in a productive direction. But the differences are vast. Your brain has about 86 billion neurons, connected by trillions of synapses, organized in ways we still don't fully understand. It runs on about 20 watts, less than a light bulb. It's embodied, embedded in a body that feels, moves, and survives in the world. AI neural networks are mathematical constructs running on silicon. They have no body, no metabolism, no survival needs. They don't fire with electrochemical signals. They multiply matrices. Your neurons are alive. AI neurons are equations. Your brain grew through evolution, embryonic development, and lived experience. AI was designed by humans and trained on data. The similarities are inspiration. The differences are everything else. Here's maybe the most important difference. Your brain gives rise to experience. You feel things. There is something it's like to be you. Whether AI has any inner experience is an open question, but there's no evidence it does. It processes inputs and produces outputs. It doesn't appear to feel the processing. When you're tired, you experience fatigue. When AI runs out of context window, there's no experience. It's just a limit in the math. This isn't an insult to AI, it's just a description. Brains and minds go together, as far as we know. AI and experience, that connection hasn't been made. The words we use shape how we think. If you think of AI as a brain, you might expect it to be wise, to understand, to have judgment. You might trust it the way you trust a thoughtful person. If you think of it as a very sophisticated calculator that works with words instead of numbers, you calibrate differently. You see it as a tool, powerful but not sentient, useful but not understanding. Neither framing is perfectly right, but the calculator framing is probably more accurate than the brain framing. It's not thinking, it's computing, and that's okay. Computation is powerful. Airplanes were inspired by birds, but don't flap their wings. They found a different way to achieve flight. AI was inspired by brains, but doesn't use neurons. It found a different way to achieve pattern recognition. The inspiration was crucial. Without the biological metaphor, researchers might never have tried this approach. But the thing they built is its own category. Not a bird, not a brain, something new. Your brain sits in your skull, using starlight and language and memory to make sense of the world. It's alive. It's embodied. It's you. AI sits in data centers, using probability and pattern to generate text. It's not alive. It's not embodied. It's not anyone. The inspiration is real. Early researchers looked at neurons and wondered if something similar could learn. They built it. It worked. But what they built isn't a brain. It's something else, a new thing, with its own strengths and limitations. When you work with AI, remember the airplane. Inspired by birds, but not a bird. Inspired by brains, but not a brain. The metaphor pointed the way. The destination is somewhere entirely new. The future's already here, and you get to decide who you are in it. Please subscribe. Please like.
Just be.